In today's training lesson, I want to do something completely different. Lots of you have been contacting me in the comments on YouTube and also on LinkedIn, and you are saying, Richard, I have applied for many different jobs and I can't get hired. I don't hear anything back after submitting my resume or CV. If you are in that position and you are frustrated with the current job market, or if you don't have any experience, you are a fresh graduate and you want to get hired, make sure you watch this video. I am going to teach you the 3 very simple steps you must follow to get hired. And just very quickly, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thousands and thousands of you are getting hired at the first attempt. It makes it far easier for me to help you when you are subscribed. And please hit the like button because that genuinely motivates me to create more great content for you. Okay, let's get started with those 3 simple steps you must follow to get hired. Here we go. Step number 1 is to make sure your CV or resume is ATS friendly. Now, I have a copy of my CV here in front of me. It is literally 2 pages long. What you have to understand is this. The vast majority of employers and hiring managers nowadays use ATS to assess CVs and resumes. They are inundated with hundreds of applications, so they use ATS to assess the suitability of CVs and resumes against the job description. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. It is an automated system that scans CVs and resumes to assess their suitability against the job description. So step number 1 is to make sure you create an ATS friendly CV or resume. To help you do that, I am now going to go over to my PowerPoint slides and I will tell you the 7 sections you must use in your CV or resume if it is going to get the attention it deserves. Make sure you watch this section from start to finish because I have incorporated lots of brilliant tips that will help you get invited to a job interview. Once we have finished with step number 1, we will move on to step number 2, which is brilliant for getting the attention of the hiring manager. Watch this. Okay, so step 1 for you getting hired is to make sure you create a clean ATS friendly CV or resume that is focused on the following sections. There are 7 sections you should include in your CV or resume if you want it to get past the applicant tracking system. Don't forget, the ATS is a system the majority of employers use to scan CVs and resumes to find out whether the candidate is suitable for the job role they have applied for. Here are those 7 sections. Write them down. Section number 1 is your contact information. This should go right at the very top of your CV or resume. I recommend you include only the following details: your full name, your contact phone number, your professional email, your city and country, and also a LinkedIn profile URL. Now, this is optional, but I strongly recommend you include your LinkedIn URL. URL stands for Unique Reference Link. This is the link that goes through to your LinkedIn profile. As I say, it is optional, but I highly recommend you include one. Later on in this lesson, I will teach you how to quickly create an impactful LinkedIn profile that will help you get hired. With regards to your contact phone number, ensure your voicemail message on your cell phone or mobile sounds professional. What we don't want to happen is the hiring manager calls you up to invite you to interview. you are not available. It goes through to your answer phone message, but it is unprofessional sounding. And this is very, very important. Do not use icons on your CV or resume. Just use simple text as follows. So this is an example of my CV. At the top of the CV, I will have CV, Richard McMunn, and then section 1, my contact details. No icons, just text. Richard McMunn, my contact telephone number, my professional email address, my city and country, and also my LinkedIn profile unique reference link. That is all you need to include at the top of your CV or resume. And you will notice that we are keeping this simple, clean, and professional. This will help you get past the applicant tracking system. Section number 2 of your ATS friendly CV or resume is very important. This is your professional summary. I recommend you include 5 to 6 lines in section 2. This should be a short, keyword-rich statement that highlights your qualifications or degree, your key skills, your career insights, and also your core strengths, such as teamwork, communication, and analytical skills, etc. So this is how section 2 of your CV would look. Professional summary: motivated and hardworking graduate with a BA Hons in business management, offering strong communication, organisation and problem-solving skills. Experienced in teamwork, customer service and project coordination through university projects and part-time roles. Keen to apply my analytical ability and attention to detail in a fast-paced professional environment. So you can see how effective the CV is when we keep it clean, simple and professional. Section 3 of your CV or resume is your key skills and core competencies. I recommend you list between 8 and 12 skills that are relevant to the job you are applying for. To find out the skills and competencies needed in the job role, simply read the job description when creating your CV or resume. Examples include communication skills, teamwork, problem solving, customer service, data analysis, Microsoft Office, project coordination, and also time management. Those are the ones that I would be aiming to include in my ATS friendly CV or resume. And I also recommend you use the exact keywords from the job description. As I said previously, read the job description before creating your CV or resume. So this section will go directly below your professional summary, key skills stroke core competencies, and you would simply list them in order: communication, teamwork, problem solving, the list goes on. Again, we are keeping this clean, tidy, professional. That is the goal, to get past the applicant tracking system. Section 4 of your CV or resume is education. I recommend you include the following things: the degree or qualification name or title you have attained, the university or college name that you attended, the graduation year, and also key modules. Now, these are optional, but they are great for fresh graduates or students. The key modules you studied during the degree or qualification. You can also include awards or scholarships or even achievements, but again, these are optional. And this is a really good tip. Write your qualification or degree exactly as stated in the job requirements. Again, read the job description. It will tell you the degree or qualification needed in the position. For example, BSc Computer Science. And this is exactly how the education section will look on your ATS-friendly CV or resume. Education, BSc Honours Business Management, University of Kent, Canterbury, for example, between 2021 and 2024, key modules studied, strategic management, data analysis, project management, marketing principles, financial accounting. Achievements, don't forget this section in this part of your CV is optional. The achievements part is optional. Achieved first class honours, awarded best group project presentation 2023. Let's now move on to section 5 out of our 7 sections of our ATS friendly CV or resume. This is called projects, and I highly recommend you include this in your CV or resume. I recommend you add 2 to 3 projects that demonstrate your initiative, technical or analytical ability, and also teamwork and problem-solving skills. For example, academic research project at university, completed a structured research project involving data collection, analysis, and presentation of findings to a group of peers and lecturers. Demonstrated strong organisation, teamwork, and communication skills throughout. And this is a really good tip. Write your achievements in the project section using strong action verbs. Examples of action verbs include completed, developed, demonstrated, created, analysed, achieved, and delivered. So this is how the projects section of your CV or resume would look. Academic research project, university, completed a structured research project involving data collection, analysis, and presentation of findings to a group of peers and lecturers, demonstrated strong organisation, teamwork, and communication skills throughout. Customer behaviour analysis project, again at university, analysed customer data using Excel to identify purchasing patterns and presented findings to a group of 30 students. And you can see how by using action verbs, it really does help your CV or resume to get through the applicant tracking system. 3 examples there used: completed, demonstrated, and analysed. Section 6 is the work experience section. Now this can include paid work experience, part-time work, internships, or voluntary work. Now even non-related jobs and positions help. You can include the job title, the organisation the work experience was for, the dates you completed, and also 3 to 5 bullet points showing the skills developed in your work experience. For example, customer service, teamwork, reliability, etc. So this is how the work experience section of your CV or resume should look. Work experience. ABC Solutions Limited, Birmingham, for example, July 2023 to September 2023, assisted with filing, data entry, and document preparation to support daily office tasks. Responded to emails and handled inquiries in a professional and timely manner. Demonstrated strong organisational skills and attention to detail. Another example, volunteer team member, British Heart Foundation, Manchester, for example, January 2022 to August 2022. Supported the charity shop by sorting donations and organising stock on the shop floor. Helped customers select items and answered questions politely and professionally. You can see how by spending time working to improve your CV or resume will get you hired. Trust me, it is worth putting the time and effort into your CV or resume. The final section, section 7, is achievements. I recommend you list 3 to 5 measurable achievements from university, sports, volunteering, or even paid work. This is how the achievements section will look on your CV or resume. Achievements: represented my university in national competitions, achieved first class grade in my dissertation, volunteered 120 plus hours for a community initiative, and started a student study support group. So those are the 7 sections of your ATS-friendly CV or resume complete. Let me recap. Section 1, your name and contact details. Section 2, your professional summary. Section 3, your key skills or core competencies. Section 4, education. Section 5, projects. Section 6, work experience. And Section 7, achievements. Okay, so that is step number 1 complete, and you can see how effective it is when you take the time to create an ATS-friendly CV or resume. You can see how effective it is when you keep your CV or resume simple, clean, and professional. Now, step number 2 is to get noticed. It's designed to put you ahead of the competition. Hiring managers want to employ people, especially fresh graduates, who are hardworking, easy to train, but above all, they want to learn. So this step will demonstrate to all employers and hiring managers that you are eager to learn. This is a brilliant tip. It does not take long to implement, but I strongly recommend you take the steps I am about to teach you. Okay, step number 2 for getting hired is to set up a professional LinkedIn profile with a strong headline. Don't forget, we are going to include your LinkedIn profile in your CV or resume, and the first thing the hiring manager or employer is going to read on your LinkedIn profile is your headline. Here is the perfect headline to include on your LinkedIn profile if you have no previous work experience. Motivated graduate seeking opportunities in, and then you insert your field or university. Fast learner, strong work ethic. Hiring managers love to employ people who are fast and quick learners, and they have a strong work ethic. Now, there are some additional tips I want to give you that will help you create quickly the perfect LinkedIn profile. The first of those several tips is your photograph. I recommend you have a professional profile photograph. Again, this is one of the first things the hiring manager will see on your LinkedIn profile. We want to demonstrate to them that you are professional and positive. Use a professional looking photograph. Dress professionally. This will tell them you have high professional standards. Make sure the photograph is on a white or light coloured background, because that will help it to stand out, and it will also show you to be professional and positive, and also make sure you smile. Now, the next tip is a brilliant one, and this is in relation to your LinkedIn profile banner. Now, on your LinkedIn profile at the top, you will have a banner. I recommend you incorporate a short descriptive strapline on your banner. This strapline describes you in a few words. So this is an example of a simple LinkedIn banner, and my recommended descriptive strapline is committed to continuous improvement and high standards. And this is exactly how your LinkedIn profile would look. So there is your professional looking photograph. There is your name and your headline: motivated graduate seeking opportunities in, insert your field, fast learner, strong work ethic, and your descriptive strapline: committed to continuous improvement and high standards. Setting up that LinkedIn profile will literally take 5 minutes, but it looks professional. It's really good, and it shows employers that you are positive and committed to continuous improvement, learning, and high professional standards. Now, there is another very important tip. I recommend you post on LinkedIn once a week, just once a week, with updates on what you are currently reading, studying, or learning. And this will show recruiters and employers you have a development-focused mindset. That is going to help you get hired. Here's an example of a post. Alex Smith, excited to share. I am currently completing a course on udemy.com focused on how to utilize artificial intelligence in the workplace. The lessons so far have been incredibly insightful, and I'm already seeing how artificial intelligence can improve productivity, decision-making, and everyday tasks. If you applied for a job with my company, your ATS-friendly CV or resume comes to my desk, I read it, I would have a look at your LinkedIn profile, and if I see that, it tells me that you are focused on learning and you want to grow professionally. So there are some brilliant tips for creating that optional LinkedIn profile. Okay, so that is now step 1 and step 2 complete on our journey to getting you hired. Step number 1 is creating that ATS-friendly CV or resume. Step 2 is the simple but brilliant LinkedIn profile that shows the hiring manager you have high standards and you want to continually learn and develop your skills. Now, step number 3 is getting ready for your job interview. Before I teach you using my PowerPoint slides how to prepare for your interview, remember this. A job interview is simply a meeting between you and a potential employer. Do not be nervous. It is just a meeting. Remember this, hiring managers want to employ people who are hungry to learn, passionate, who want to continually develop their skills and are tech savvy. You have those 4 qualities already, so we just need to put them across in your answers to the interview questions. So let's move on to step number 3, where I teach you how to pass your job interview. Take notes. Okay, step 3 of our journey to helping you get hired is to get ready for your job interview. Start preparing now for your interview. Don't forget, employers hire graduates because they are eager to learn, adaptable, tech savvy, and also easy to train. And also, they want to hire graduates because they are usually hard working. They have a strong work ethic. So when we answer the first interview question, tell me about yourself, we will incorporate these 5 strong qualities you already have. So the first question you are going to have to answer at your job interview will be, tell me about yourself. Let me give you 2 really important tips for answering this question as a fresh graduate before I give you the perfect scripted response. Tip number 1, practice your answer at least 3 times before your interview, either in front of a friend, a relative, or a mirror. Practice your answer because you must demonstrate good communication skills. The majority of fresh graduates are good communicators. They have been in lectures and the classroom communicating. So they should be good communicators, but do practice your answer. Tip number 2. This is a very important tip. I recommend you talk about the following 4 things in your answer. Number 1, the skills you can bring to the role. Just because you have no previous work experience does not mean you don't have valuable workplace skills. You already have the skills needed to be successful. Talk about the skills you have. Number 2, your educational background and also any work experience you have attained. Number 3, give details of achievements you have attained in your life so far, because this tells the hiring manager you have a track record of success. And then finally, number 4, tell them the type of employee you will be for their company. You will notice that those 4 things stand for SEAT, S-E-A-T. Skills, education and experience, achievements, and the type of employee you will be for the company. And you can remember my SEAT structure for tell me about yourself because you will be sat down on a seat at your interview. That is genius. It is something I have created to help you remember your answer. Here is my unique top scoring response that is perfect for fresh graduates. Write this down, practice it. Tell me about yourself. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I would describe myself as a disciplined, passionate, positive and determined person who very much wants to have a successful career in this industry. Although new to the workplace, I have gained experience during my academic studies that will empower me to make an impact in the role. I understand the importance of teamwork, supporting others, working hard to give my employer a good return on my salary, and ensuring I listen, learn, and develop. I have a track record of achievement. During my academic studies, I set up a student study support group and was praised by my lecturers for how I managed my study time effectively and demonstrated enthusiasm during classes. If you hire me, I will be a good role model for your company brand, be open to learning and accepting feedback, and also be flexible in my duties to help the business succeed. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to discussing further in the interview my suitability for this role. I am sure you will agree that was a fantastic answer. It is unique. It has not been created by artificial intelligence. It has been created based on my 30 years experience as a recruitment expert and hiring manager. Now, the next question I want you to practice is, what are your greatest strengths? Let me give you a fresh graduate answer. Don't forget, a really good tip, again, is read the job description before your interview and align your strengths with those featured in that very important document. What are your greatest strengths? Here we go. My greatest strengths are perfect for the job description. During my studies, I learnt that my strengths include collaboration, helping others, supporting my team, and working selflessly toward a common objective. I am tech savvy. I understand how artificial intelligence works beyond simple prompts, and I believe my creativity and technical abilities will give your company the edge in this competitive industry. Other strengths include my passion for continuous learning. My motto is that feedback is the breakfast of champions. I want to learn, improve, and become a high-performing member of the company. Finally, my greatest strength is adaptability. I understand that change and progression are vital if a business such as yours is to meet the needs of its customers and clients, and I will always support you in new initiatives. Wow, you can see how these answers are going to help you get hired. Now, in the next section, I will tell you how you can download all of the content we have covered today in this lesson, plus additional brilliant fresh graduate answers to difficult interview questions, my ready-made LinkedIn profile scripts, and also the ready-made ATS-friendly CVs and resumes. Here we go. Okay, so that is now the 3-step process for getting hired complete. The next thing to do to accelerate your learning even further and make your life easier is click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Go through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my brilliant fresh graduate Get Hired pack. You will get all of the PowerPoint slides I used to teach you in today's lesson. You will also get my ATS-friendly CV and resume templates. You will also get my ready-made LinkedIn profiles that you can tweak, amend, and use to create your own brilliant LinkedIn profile. And finally, you will get my ready-made scripted answers to difficult interview questions that are perfect for fresh graduates and those people with no previous work experience. To get all of those things right now, click that link and go through to my website, passmyinterview.com. Also, if you are interested in me helping you write your CV or resume for you, then go through to my website, cvmadeeasy.co.uk, the link to which is in the top comment below this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and also connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my own LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best for getting hired. Have a great day.